Democratic Alliance leader John Steenhuisen will campaign in Tlokwe Local Municipality in Potchefstroom. He'll visit a number of areas where serious service delivery challenges are being experienced. This comes after a billboard was recently put up in the city calling Potchefstroom the best-run ANC municipality. Zebilon Maine is on the story. Let's cross live to him now. Zebilon, what are you seeing on the ground? What's the DA saying today?
Thank you very much. We are here in Extension 11 in Ikageng, where the DA is busy campaigning basically towards the local government elections. But as I have just said that we are in Extension 11, right here I'm with the DA leader, John Steenhuisen, who's busy campaigning here in Extension 11. Mr. Steenhuisen, thank you very much for joining us. You've been driving around Potchefstroom, particularly in Ikageng. What have you seen as the DA?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been quite disturbing to see the state of service delivery here in Ikageng. It's very, very clear there's very little refuse removal. There's a major sewage and water problem here. People are on land that they are haven't been demarcated and they're not allowed to develop on. But the big thing is basic services are just not being provided here. People are going days without water, days without electricity, no municipal refuse system, and people are getting tired of that, and it's making life very, very difficult. Right where we're standing now is a house that's been badly affected by the sewage that's just running down into one of the channels here and going into the rivers.
And what might be the problem of this lack of service delivery? What is it that the community has said to you that makes them not to receive better services from Tlokwe Local Municipality?
Well, they're told every time they ask for services, they're told there's no money. But there's always money to be spent on the nice projects that the councillors and the mayors and others want to do. There's always money for cars and parties and the like. There's no money for basic service delivery. And this is exactly what happens when a municipality doesn't focus on getting the basics right, infrastructure, ensuring that it gets those things done so that people can live a life of value. You can't live a life of dignity when you've got sewage running through your property or through the front of your garden. You can't run a household or even run a small business without water and electricity. These things are the basics that any local government should be getting right, and it's very clear that JB Marks Municipality has not got a clue about local service delivery.
What is it that you think the DA will do better if they will win or become victorious after the 1st of November?
Well, our manifesto focuses on the 7 things you need to get right in any municipality, whether it's a small municipality or a metro, to get those things done. Water and sanitation, safety and security, local economic development, infrastructure rollout to make sure that you can improve the lives of people. And we've done it where we govern, in small towns and in big towns. Kocha Municipality was recently, this last week, announced as the best local municipality in the Eastern Cape. It's DA run. DA 5 years of majority government has made a huge difference there, from that municipality going from being one of the worst to now the best in the Eastern Cape. And the same for small towns all over the country where the DA has been given a chance to govern. We've got things done and people's lives have got better.
Where you are governing, what is it that you have done can be an example of those municipalities that are struggling to provide services to the community?
Well, the first thing you've got to do is focus your budget on providing those basic services. You've got to cut out all the other nonsense, all the other nice to haves, and focus on basic service delivery. You cannot grow a local economy unless you've got stable water, electricity and sanitation. We've seen what's happened in other small towns like Lichtenburg. When basic services collapse, businesses leave town and they take the jobs with them, and then you end up with even more unemployment and people with less opportunity. So we focus like a laser beam on those basics. Get those right first. You can worry about the other stuff later. Infrastructure is going to be the key focus of any local government after this election, and certainly when the DA gets into power, we're going to be making sure that we focus on getting those basics right, so that people can live a life of dignity, they can be safe, and they can have an opportunity of local economic development.
If I remember correctly, DA once ran this municipality. And do you think that after this upcoming local government elections, you are going to claim this municipality again?
Well, we're 2 seats short of a 50% plus 1 majority here. So I'm really hoping that people in this places like Ikageng have now got tired of broken promises. They got tired of being told every time they're going to get houses, water, everything's going to be fixed. The people I've been speaking to are sick and tired of broken promises. They want a party that's going to get things done when it comes to service delivery, and I think we're going to do really well here. And I'm really hoping that the voters here give us an opportunity, just 5 years, and we'll show them what we can do in terms of improving their lives and building a better future for this municipality.
You're talking about providing better services. If you win this municipality, what time frame are you going to give it to your party to make sure that by this time we'll be able to provide 1, 2, 3?
Well, you want a full 5-year uninterrupted term, because a lot of the projects would need to be scoped out, and they're not fixed overnight. But just a good dose of good governance and clean, accountable government can turn things automatically. We look at Nelson Mandela Bay when we got in 2016. Within 2 years, we had a metro police established. We had eliminated 68% of the bucket toilets in that municipality. We had rolled out a public transport system, and we had made sure that communities were being kept safe with CCTV cameras and shot spots in there. That's what we could do in just 2 years. So with a full 5-year uninterrupted term, I am absolutely convinced that the majority of the problems we would have been able to resolve, particularly when it comes to getting those basics right. Keeping the lights on, keeping water in the taps, and making sure that sewage is going into a sewage system and treatment plant, not into the rivers, and certainly not into people's homes.
That is John Steenhuisen, a party leader of the DA. Now we are going to talk to one of the aspirant candidate of DA here in Ward 11. My dear sir, thank you. Extension 9. Thank you very much for correcting me, and thank you again for joining us. You are an aspirant candidate here. What is it that you're going to do to make sure that you better the life of the people of Ward 9?
Just to correct some issues, I've been a councillor in this ward since 2016, and I'm again the candidate for this ward. And the people around here, they all know me very well. And they know how hard we have been trying to get services to the people. Although we've experienced a lot of stoppages, and they used to say this ward will not get services. So because of me being a DA councillor in a township, causes a big problem, because if I ask for services in all the departments, they are just telling the officials, you don't give services to that ward because it's a DA ward. So it's not me that is suffering, it's the people that are suffering. But we are coping, we are working nicely together. The people know that I supply and I help where I can possibly can, but we can do so much more if we are in control, because currently they are holding the purse and they are holding the decision to help if people need it or not.
Thank you very much, my dear sir. That's one of the aspirant candidates of the DA who was telling us that there are some challenges that he faces when it comes to seeking help in order for the municipality to provide services to the community. So it's going to be a long day for the DA here in Potchefstroom, where John Steenhuisen will continue to campaign for the party when we are facing the 1st of November. Back to you in studio.